Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another What If video. In today's video, I want to unpack the recent repeal of the regulations which required us to wear masks in public. The question I want to answer is whether after the repeal, are employees still required to wear masks in the workplace? Now, as you may be aware, recently on 22 June, the Minister of Health repealed certain regulations, and the repeal does away with the requirement to wear masks in public. But it should be noted that the repeal of the regulations is not specifically directed at employers and their workplaces. All employers still have an obligation in terms of the Occupational Health and Safety Act to provide a safe working environment. It is further important to note that notwithstanding the repeal of the regulations dealing with masks, the Hazardous Biological Agents Regulation, also known as the HBA regulation, which were published on 16 March 2022, remains unaffected. These regulations classify COVID-19 as a Group 3 hazardous biological agent and places several obligations on employers, including conducting a risk assessment and developing a plan for the implementation of the measures or recommendations arising from the risk assessment. On the basis of the risk assessment, employers must, amongst other things, take steps to reduce the transmission of COVID-19. And the steps employers may take to reduce transmission includes requiring staff to wear masks in the workplace. Now, the HBA regulations must also be read with the Code of Practice on Managing Exposure to SARS-CoV-2 in the workplace. This code was published on 15 March 2022 and remains in effect. This code makes reference to a workplace plan which follows your risk assessment, which may require employees to continue to wear face masks, irrespective of the recent repeal. So therefore, even though the requirement to wear a face mask in public has fallen away, employers must continue to take steps to reduce the transmission of COVID-19, and these steps may include wearing of masks, screening, sanitizing, social distancing, etc. Whether all or some of these steps should remain will depend on the current risk of transmission or infection at the employer's workplace, and the only way to determine the risk is by conducting a risk assessment. So therefore, and in conclusion, where there is minimal risk of exposure to COVID-19 in a workplace, employees would not be required to wear masks. However, if your risk assessment shows risk of infection or risk of transmission, it may be that employers need to continue requiring employees to wear masks. Ladies and gentlemen, that then brings us to the end of this video. Should you have any questions in relation to this topic, as always, please do not hesitate to contact us. I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye-bye.